Hi, my name is Rich Bullock. I'm going to share with you a new technology that I've developed to help train orchestra string players to play their instruments with better pitch placement. I direct 2 orchestras and teach group guitar classes for the Clark County School District at Cimarron Memorial High School, which has become a leader in technology. It's worth mentioning that the Clark County School District has the largest orchestra program in the United States. I'm a former educational computing strategist with the district, and when I became an orchestra director, I was confident that I could teach students to greatly improve many aspects of musicality. However, I was aware that most high school string players were consistently playing notes that were off pitch, usually sharp or flat, resulting in performances that were not as musical as we'd like. The unique challenge with orchestral strings is that unlike a guitar, there are no metal frets on the fingerboard that force the notes to come out at proper pitch. On a guitar, we can move our finger a 1/4 inch in either direction and the pitch remains the same. So we don't need to be accurate in that way with finger placement on the guitar. However, with orchestral strings, a 1/4 inch in either direction causes the pitch to be wildly sharp or flat. So an improvement in finger placement causes performances to sound better. The technology that I've developed uses the student's eyes, realizing how important the use of our eyes are when we learn. For previously, when a violinist learns scales in middle school, they aren't using their eyes to let them know exactly where to place their fingers for the best pitch. They can use finger tape, but that method isn't accurate enough, and most directors agree that finger tape is not a practical solution. Most of us are visual learners to a great extent. For example, students retain more if educational audio is accompanied with a good video support, rather than if they just listen to the audio alone. Some orchestra directors, myself included, have tried to get students to download a tuning app to their smartphones so they can practice scales at home while watching the tuning meter. Also, we offer to stay after school and work with students to improve their pitch skills, but these efforts and others appear to be too little to fix the intonation problem. More than a year ago, in the early weeks of 2016, I began experimenting with various hardware and software products to find a way that students could watch their actual pitch in real time projected in the front of the classroom. I was confident about the hardware to use, but it took trials with several computer programs to find one that worked. Our orchestra started using the technology in the spring of 2016, and we found many benefits of it. Not only are they retraining their ears and fingers to play pitches more accurately, but I can capture the results of our students playing their scales for quizzes and tests. Most directors have their students play scales for part of their grade, but they've always had the issue of subjectivity on the part of the teacher. Now with this method, the equipment records how many notes during a scale that the student has played with correct pitch. As you see here, when the students cause their channel to light up blue, they're scoring points on the assessment. By using a video screen capturing program, I can keep a record of assessments in case a student or parent would like to see the results at a later time. The process also keeps a better record to authenticate the progress each player is making over time. The approach is not used as a crutch, but a learning tool. As students get more proficient in the beginning playing whole notes, the practice scales progress to half notes and later playing scales without watching the projected results, but using their retrained ears only. The real benefit of the tech is that new habits of listening and finger placement are resulting, so performing without the tool is better. My students have used it every school day for more than a year now. To document any improvement, I recorded their use of the technology on quizzes and tests in order to make sure that they were giving it a good effort. It's clear to me that the pitch articulation technology has made a significant impact on my students' finger placement. In short, from last October to February, their score on accurate pitch went from 59 to 89% on scale drills. Plus, last March we earned a rating of a 1, that's superior, at our ASTA Festival performance. Intonation is a part of the festival scoring rubric. I believe this pitch technology is a part of why our orchestra program is improving. We'll continue to integrate this training further to gain better pitch proficiency. I'm currently looking for a grant that would purchase the equipment and software for our 3 feeder middle schools. I'm very convinced that if this approach to finger placement were used in earlier years in orchestra, that students would learn better pitch placement without the need to break old habits of approximate finger placement in later years. To my knowledge, this approach hasn't been developed anywhere, certainly not in the Clark County School District. With this documentation of 2 years' work on the project, I'm ready to help other music directors launch this technology in their own classrooms. From my work as an ECS, I know new technology makes some teachers want to run the other direction. But it's really easy to use, and daily maintenance is very manageable by any teacher. The cost for the equipment and software is nominal and probably worth considering. So please contact me with your comments or questions. Thanks for watching. Cheers.